Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Books Off the Beaten Path. I am Meg, and we are going to talk about what I finished last night. Now, last night I finished my first Josephine Tey, which was Miss Pym Disposes. And basically in this book, we follow Lucy Pym, who is an amateur author. And I say amateur because that wasn't her original job. She was originally a school teacher, and then she quit that and then decided to write a book about psychology and became famous for writing this book about psychology. So she's a very interesting character. She has her very stern moral compass, or at least we think she does. Spoiler alert, at least we think she does. So she goes to a girls' school, which is where they do a lot of physical activity like gymnastics, and they do ballet, and I guess they're training nurses or something like that. I was never really clear on what the school was, but it was called the School for Physical Education. But a lot of them worked in clinics and then went to clinics. Anyway, we have a situation where we have a disagreement or a conflict between two of the students. And Miss Pym is aware of this conflict, and one of the students ends up dead. And then it's up to Miss Pym to decide how to, let me put this correctly, how to deal with that. I gave it 3 stars. I appreciated the writing. It wasn't a detective novel, in my opinion, at all, because we always kind of knew who had done it. And Miss Pym knew who had done it, but it was just how she was going to deal with that information, how she was going to deal with that. There was a slight twist at the end, but not a big one. So I think if you read this, don't expect like a lot of clues or a lot of snooping around or anything like that. That's not what it is. It's more a study in character. And that just wasn't what I was looking forward to reading. But again, Josephine Tey is a wonderful writer, and you can't get past that. So I gave it 3 stars out of 5. So my next read, I want to do something very light. And so I'm going to be reading The Ghost in the Gallery by Carolyn Keene. Now, if you guys remember from my Nancy Drew video, which I will link up to the top there, my Nancy Drew video, there was no Carolyn Keene. This was just a bunch of ghostwriters that were writing these stories that were churning them out. And this one is the Dana Girls, who I have never come across. I found this in a bookstore in Arkansas. Look at those costumes that they're in. And there's the ghost in the gallery. Let me see if I can get a copyright date on this. Let's see. It was owned originally by Tracy Ott. I think she was probably in 3rd grade. So good for you, Tracy, but now it's mine. Let me see if I can get... This was copyright in 1955. So I'm going to read that. It'll be a fast read. It should only take me a couple of days, and then we'll move on to something else. My floss tube video that I put up the other day has gotten a lot of views, and so I need to show you some more of my crafting and more of my cross stitch, because I have some more of that, but not this morning. This morning it's just a brief one. It's just a short one. Miss Pym, 3 stars. Ghost in the Gallery. We'll see what it gets. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Happy Friday, and check you later.